Hey everyone, welcome to Tender Talks. I'm your host, Alvina, and today we have with us Mr. Pai, who is a seasoned leader with over 30 years of experience under his sleeve in specific areas of sustainability, project management, process engineering, manufacturing of operations, chemical, hydrocarbon processing industry. So, all these are the tags that he has along with him, but on a personal note, a very humble human being who is focused, goal oriented, encouraging, and motivating. Welcome, Mr. Pai, to Tender Talks.
Thank you very much, Elvina, for those quite kind words. Thank you very much.
So, what is your success of being so humble, the secret behind, and the success of being so humble?
Well, I guess it is something to do uh, with the upbringing. In a sense, was brought up in a middle class family. My father was a banker, and I guess that's the way we were brought up. And to be honest, I don't really see myself as humble in the sense I really don't consider myself very successful or having done something earth-shattering, things like that. So yeah, I guess that sort of covers what you call as humble nature.
Amazing. So, can you take us through your professional journey of how it all
Yeah.
began and what was that motivating and driving force, and then where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm a chemical engineer by training, and to be honest, it wasn't something like I wanted to become a chemical engineer or something like that. Things just took turns, and it just happened. I happened to get a seat in chemical engineering discipline, and I did it, and that's where I actually developed some interest in the subject. And the next thing is actually my first job was in Bharat Petroleum Refinery in Mumbai, where I was there for a very short period of 6 months or so. And at the same time, I also got a job offer in Zuari Industries, Zuari Agrochemicals now it's called, as in the process engineering department. And I must tell you that one of the persons who struck me was the then Vice President Technical, one Mr. S.K. Chatterjee. And he had uh, this ability to actually go into problems and then solving them in really, really methodical and surgical manner. And I guess that he left a lasting image, and that's something I guess was my first motivation. Yeah, so that's where I developed a sort of interest for process engineering, uh, and in the work I was involved in capacity enhancement, energy reduction, and then I was also had this opportunity to go for a 3 month, 3 year stint for a new project that was coming up at Kota in Rajasthan, and where I got exposed to projects of significant size. It was a large project there for ammonia urea brownfield project, and where I got to know about more technologies, particularly in ammonia and urea technologies. And then after I came back after the my my stint there, I had this opportunity to uh, get be the energy manager, and that was the time when this entire thing about decarbonization and climate change had just begun. This was in early 2000s, and that is something I was very much endeared to. And I guess I always had this passion for contributing something for the environment and climate change.
Mhm.
And of course, the development on that in terms of sustainability that you see today wasn't there, say, about 15 years back.
Absolutely.
But always that remained. And when this topic actually came up, that's I thought is the area that I want to work in. So it's purely driven by passion.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, I had changed jobs. I joined this company called Syngenta, which is again a chemical manufacturing company. And there I took different roles of in project management, project engineering, operations as well. And finally, in the recent past, maybe in the last 3 years, 4 years, I've been very much associated with sustainability.
Right.
And starting earlier this year, I've taken up a full-time role as a sustainability lead for India sourcing. And yeah, so that's about my professional journey. And in the meantime, I would say I'm a curious person by nature and have really got myself involved in taking up different courses from time to time, whether it's in project management or whether it is in sustainability area, energy management, and also I had this opportunity to do a MBA program from Goa Institute of Management, then another postgraduate course from University of Warwick that was sponsored by my employer, Syngenta. And that gave me a lot of wider exposure. And recently, as you know, I also did this course on sustainability on high impact leadership, which again I enjoyed thoroughly, as you did perhaps. So yeah, that's where I am, and my I would not say very eventful, but to me, a highly satisfying journey so far.
Great. So you spoke about passion for sustainability and, of course, passion for your work. So,
Yeah.
are there any moments that taught you a lesson in your journey?
Uh, you mean lessons for in terms of sustainability?
Yes,
Is that?
yes.
Yeah, see, I mean, it is something that is right in front of us to see. It's just that some people at least, not to choose not to see it. I mean, these things are real, and already, if you look at our global warming from the time of industrial revolution, the global temperature has soared up by almost a degree centigrade. It looks very minuscule in that sense, but the impact it can have if it continues to rise at the same level is unimaginable. I mean, you can just imagine all the low-lying nations will be simply submerged.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a very logical thing. There is no great. You don't have to really, think very hard. It's quite simple. When the average temperature goes up, the glaciers start melting, and the melted water goes into the sea, and the sea level rises. And even if a small increase in the temperature of the ocean can have a really bad impact on the marine life, which can actually disturb the entire ecosystem. So, for me, it's all about having the awareness about this aspect, and frankly, trying to do whatever we can
Mhm.
in terms of how we can contribute towards this journey. Of course, science and technology is something I'm quite bullish about in that sense. I'm sure there are new technologies that are coming up, but then everything takes time. And in the interim, we have to make sure that it really doesn't go out of control.
Right.
And I guess at least I have the privilege of having a better understanding of this, and then hopefully trying to contribute uh,
Amazing.
towards this.
So, the contribution for a sustainable future is so important. And the sooner everyone understands, the better it is for all of us, because
Yeah,
ultimately we all are part of that system as well.
yeah,
Right. So, on a
absolutely.
lighter note, let me ask you, what is your go to mantra that you live by?
Well, I mean, in general, I want to be seen myself as somebody who can help and definitely not harm anyone. And yeah, try to do your duty as I mean, that's one powerful word,
Mhm.
duty, and trying to sort of doing your duty that covers almost everything. I mean, be a good husband to your wife. I don't know how much of that is true, although in a lighter note. But yeah, trying to be a good father, trying to be a good employee, and yeah, I guess that's sort of how I would, cover this particular topic.
Amazing. Amazing. So, what is that one song or any movie that resonates with you?
Well, I'm quite a movie buff in that sense, and uh, well, I mean, there are several that I actually simply like, and I keep watching again and again. And in the recent past, probably this movie on, well, rather it was a series on Chernobyl. It's not even very recent. I mean, it's 2019 or so. Chernobyl, that's something that left a lasting impression for
Uh-huh.
both the cinematographic efforts that went in. I mean, it was so close to reality, and each of the actors was simply outstanding. And the sort of how close it was to reality, that's something that amazed. And then I also enjoyed other movies such as uh, I, I mean, Christopher Nolan's Inception, or yeah, I mean, these are the sort of movies that I enjoy
Great.
very much. And yeah, there are actually several. Schindler's List, I would say something again that leaves a very, very, marking, lasting impression.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, in fact, several, and I like comedy. A lot of I like
Yeah.
cartoons.
Uh-huh.
A lot of
What's
them,
your
in fact.
favorite cartoon?
Well, I was again several, but well, I mean, as a TV, I would say still Tom and Jerry tops.
Oh, that's my favorite
But
too. It's
yeah,
just that way
and
to de-stress and unwind and just sit back with a cup of coffee and have
absolutely,
nice laughter. You can
yeah,
just get all the
yeah,
stress
and
and anxiety out.
I have an entire full list of asterisks, and I even at this age, I keep reading those, and can't help enjoying it. Uh, and PG Wadows is another favorite actor of author of mine.
Mhm.
Again, a separate live world for you to live and enjoy. Uh, yeah, the Jews and the rest of it. And yeah, so essentially, these are the few things that I really enjoy.
Great. Amazing. What's your favorite way to unwind on a busy day?
Well, I wouldn't call it the most ideal one, but unfortunately, it is just surfing through the channels. Well, I mean, something that I'm not very proud of, but that sort of now with the advent of smart TVs, I guess you have this choice of just switching on something and
Yes, you have an
watching.
ocean to select
Yeah,
from, and
and the
it
beauty,
generally takes really long to select. You get tired
yeah,
selecting and
and
then watching.
and the beauty is with all these AI things happening, so you just start with something, let's say. I mean, I started off, I was watching some of these, air crash investigation, and then it just keeps popping up more and more, and then you
Yeah,
just get
yeah,
lost in that.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
but I wouldn't recommend this. I would rather go for, I would like to go for walks and do something more physical. That's something still work in progress, I guess. But yeah, this charm of settling on your sofa and, having that convenience of just a remote in your hand and looking
Yeah.
at different things.
Yeah. I completely agree. But that's the way to unwind. So that's okay. There's no right or wrong answer to unwind. It's just your way of,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
unwind to your busy day that
yeah.
gets you to your center, calm, stress-free, anxiety-free, and all that. So amazing. We've had really inspirational talk and encouraging words from you, Ragi. What is your last piece of advice that you would like to give our audience or youngsters who are watching the show?
Yeah, one is, it's more of a reflection than advice. The children and the youth of today are much more informed in a sense, and they have much better idea about what they want to do, which is extremely good. And and if you look at India as a country, a lot of things have changed in the recent past, and now there is scope for everyone in every field to come up. So it's not like good old days where if you're not a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer,
Yeah,
you have a very limited future. I mean, that those days are fortunately behind us,
yeah,
and which means that there is a good uh, option of following your passion. So what I would say is just don't, particularly for the youngsters and the students, don't go by, just trying to live the dream of your parents. I mean, which you should do, make your parents proud. I'm not saying that, but the chances that you will succeed if you do something that you are truly passionate about is much more than the so-called the sunrise sectors or something like that. So that is
yeah.
something which is both. It's already happening, and it's a very good chain that's happening. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Ragi, for being a part of Tender Talks. It was a pleasure having you here, sharing your knowledge, inspirational stories, and also your testimonial for us. Thank you so much.
thank you so much, Elvina. Thank you for providing me this platform. And yeah, best wishes to you and all the audience. Thank you so
Thank
much.